It's old-time hockey, the way you're supposed to play. You throw a little lumber if a guy gets in your way. You play like Gordie Howe or Eddie fucking Shore. We can't all be Gretzky, Lemieux or Bobby Orr. Hey.
Andre LaCroix may have missed the mark in the NHL in the early 70s, but definitely left his mark on the World Hockey Association. In 64-65, he would play a season with the Peterborough Petes, racking up 45 goals and 74 assists for 119 points in just 49 games. He was quickly signed to an AHL deal with the Quebec Aces, in which he played one scoreless game in 64-65. He would also pick up the Red Tilson Trophy as the OHL's most outstanding player. During the 65-66 campaign, LaCroix would better his numbers, scoring 40 goals and 80 assists for 120 points in only 48 games. He would also make 2 appearances for the Quebec Aces of the AHL that season, scoring 4 points in 2 games. Once again, he would win the OHL's Red Tilson Trophy and the Eddie Powers Trophy for most points scored in the OHL. During the 67-68 season, LaCroix was called up to the Philadelphia Flyers, scoring 14 points in 18 games in his first partial season as a professional. During the 68-69 season, he would be full-time with the Flyers, leading the team in scoring with 56 points. The following year, he would also lead the team in scoring with 58 points. During the 71-72 season, his play dropped off a bit, only being the 4th highest scorer on the Flyers, with 42 points. This would cause the Flyers to trade him in the offseason to the Chicago Blackhawks. LaCroix was quite unhappy with being traded and the change of scenery, and it would definitely show in his game as he only scored 11 points in 51 games for the Hawks. By 1972, a new upstart league called the World Hockey Association began, and sure enough, they had a team start in Philadelphia, which LaCroix happily signed and returned to. He would become an instant superstar at Philadelphia for the Blazers, scoring 50 goals and 74 assists for 124 points in 78 games, winning the Bill Hunter Trophy for the WHA's most points. But as was the case with the WHA, things were very shaky and teams folded and moved. The Philadelphia Blazers would fold up and move to Vancouver. LaCroix decided he did not want to make the move and signed with the New York Golden Blades, who halfway through the season moved to New Jersey and called themselves the New Jersey Knights. LaCroix would notch 111 points in just 73 games that season. The Jersey Knights would cease operations for the 74-75 season and move to San Diego, becoming the Mariners. The California Sun must have done LaCroix good because he had his best season of his career, where he would score 41 goals and 106 assists for 147 points in just 78 games. At the time, this was a professional record in hockey, as only Bobby Orr had scored more than 100 assists in a single season, with 102, LaCroix beating that by 4 assists. This record remained until Wayne Gretzky broke it with 109 assists. To date, this record is held by only LaCroix, Orr, Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Connor McDavid, and Nikita Kucherov. LaCroix would also take home the Bill Hunter Trophy this year as the league's leading scorer. LaCroix would play 4 more seasons in the WHA until the league's eventual folding. He would notch 100 points in the next 3 seasons and 88 points in his final season with the New England Whalers. The Whalers would make the move back to the NHL for the 1979-80 season, and LaCroix would join Bobby Hull and Gordie Howe on the Whalers for their last season, in which he would appear in 29 games and score a respectable 17 points. He would retire from hockey, playing in 325 NHL games, scoring 79 goals and 119 assists for 198 points. His WHA numbers were far better, as he would appear in 551 games, scoring 251 goals, 547 assists for 798 points. He would play the most games out of anyone in the World Hockey Association. He was 4th highest in all-time goals scored and 1st all-time in assists and points. And he was recognized in 2010 as the first inductee into the World Hockey Association's Hall of Fame.
It's old-time hockey, the way you're supposed to play. You throw a little lumber if a guy gets in your way. You play like Gordie Howe. abuser, Bobby Orr. Hey!